why did I sell my lawn care business? Hey, what's up? It's Ryan with Lawn Crack, and don't let the beginning of the video mislead you. I'm not really that upset about it, although I'm kind of questioning my decision, like as a wise financial move at the time, based off the terms and all that. But I'm gonna get into the pricing and everything, what I sold the business for and stuff like that in another video after everything is officially finalized and all that. But I just wanted to make a video on why I sold my lawn care business, and to let you know that I don't really recommend that you sell your lawn care business or allow that to be like, maybe I shouldn't get into the lawn care industry or anything like that. Nothing like that. Running my lawn care business, starting my business with a push mower and growing it to having 6 crews out on the road every day in a short number of years, like just everything that had to happen to make that happen taught me so much about life and business and money and people and everything. It's just is really invaluable information that I don't believe that you can learn in any kind of school, including college and these really expensive colleges and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's real life experience that is going to benefit you. And I've said it before, I think if you can run a lawn care business, you can really run any kind of business you would like. Obviously, there probably gonna be some more learning in different, industry specific things that you'd have to learn. But at the end of the day, running a lawn care business is pretty involved, considering everything that goes on. And obviously the customers do not understand everything that goes on running a lawn care business, but you have everything from having to deal with the weather, for one, so the weather dictates, for number one, your season, and number two, can you work that day? Sometimes the weather the day before will dictate whether you can work the current day. And I just got, that's one of the reasons why I wanted out. I did not want to have to depend on a nice sunny day where the ground's dry to be able to work and produce revenue. So that's one of the reasons. But another reason why it's a harder business model to pull off is you're doing all the work at the customer's house. So if you're running like some kind of a storefront and you start bringing on employees and stuff like this, you're able to be there and supervise and make corrections and this and that and help with decision making and all this kind of stuff. When you start growing your lawn care business, your employees are going out in the field and they're gonna have to be driving your trucks, which is a whole nother issue. Tires, engines, transmissions, blah, 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 all the repairs and preventive maintenance that goes in, the cost. It's too much. It was too much. I was like, I'm done with this. But you have all this stuff, and your guys are out there, and you've done everything you can to train them. You've taken them with you on jobs and blah, blah, blah. You've gone through all these scenarios. Maybe you've tested them. I don't know. Whatever you do to decide if somebody's able to go out on a crew by themselves, but then they're out there making decisions on their own. And a lot of people have very poor decision-making skills. So you know how that goes. So employees is definitely one of the reasons why I got out. And not to say anything bad about my employees, the last year was the smoothest year ever. I had 0 employee turnover in 2017. So definitely not, the employees were not the issue of why I decided to sell my business at this time. But employee issues over the years certainly made me rethink what kind of business I wanted to own. And I don't really want to own a business that has a bunch of employees. I'm looking more towards subcontractors or contract out different parts of a product or service or whatever aspect of my business to another company and not have to deal with employees. I don't want to have to deal with employees anymore. And in the way that I did, for 2015, I had 13 employees, like for the majority of the season. Like 13 was the average number of employees. We got up to like 16, 17 people on payroll in one check. And that's too much. And it was too crazy. And there's a lot of stealing. There's a lot of drug use. There's a lot of lying and showing up late, calling in, calling off, leaving early, done with it. So employees is definitely one of the reasons I wanted to get out. Although not my current employees. that I guess are not going to be my current employees as soon as we sign these papers and all this. But so we went over the weather dictating everything. We went over the issue of having engines and tires and transmissions and all the preventive, and then you have the same thing with the mowers, and you have the blades and the fuel filters and air filters and on and on and on. So I don't want to have to do that type of stuff anymore and incur that cost and that liability and the expensive insurance that comes with it. We talked about employees. Obviously, I think everybody and their brother saw that one coming. But let's talk about customers. So I started my business in 2009 in the heat of the recession. Like, you know, that was supposedly as bad as it got. Well, in my opinion, being a business owner and dealing with people and the people that don't want to pay for a service or want it cheaper or whatever, I think it's worse as it's ever been. And honestly, I don't think there are as many people that can afford services like lawn care as they could back in 2009. Maybe it's because inflation. I have no idea what it is. But in my opinion, people have less money to spend. I don't know what the deal is there. It honestly really scares me with my daughter growing up in this world. But I don't know what people are doing financially. It seems like a lot of people want to just get one job or one source of income, and they're like, I can't believe I can't make ends meet. It takes more than one source of income in today's world. So if you're trying to rely on one source of income, good luck. I hope you're making a lot of money doing whatever you're doing, and that nothing happens to that income stream, because if it does, you're going to be in a world of hurt, obviously. Okay, so as you guys probably know, I just do these videos off the top of my head. So for now, I'm gonna call that good. Just so you do know, I am putting all the YouTube videos into blog posts now. So if you check out the blog section of lawncrack.com, then you will notice all of these being entered in there now. I might go and retro put some in from the past if they were really good or whatever. But yeah, and then some of the resource section is also being converted into blog posts. You know, with my new team of web designers and everything, they're giving me feedback and telling me, hey dude, you're doing this wrong. And I'm like, hey, thanks, let's get it fixed. And you know what I mean? So that's always good to be working with people that aren't afraid to tell you you're wrong, or you're doing something the wrong way, or it could be done this way, do you want to consider this, blah blah blah. So I really appreciate that. But yeah, so I'd love to hear people's thoughts. I always expand. If I forget anything, I always put it in the description of the video, and I'll be even expanding further in the blog section. But I'd love to hear what you think about this whole video and situation and all this kind of stuff in the comments. And until the next video, keep making money.